Well-designed and constructed landscapes take many years to age. When using natural materials, bricks and timber, they tend to mellow, without losing all their color. They also have a vibrancy that is hard to achieve with less robust materials. Here an exhibition garden looks as if it's been here a while, when in reality it was constructed just 3 weeks earlier. The Chelsea Flower Show is one of the world's premier flower shows. Putting together an exhibition of this quality takes months of planning and preparation, requiring designing which takes into account simplicity, harmony, balance, scale, interest, and finally, is it fit for purpose? Selecting materials. Bricks. Before, autoclaves, bricks were hand-selected. Some even hand-pressed. Once hand-pressed, they were placed on a conveyor to be manually stacked on pallets before being transported to the kiln. This was very time-consuming, with a large amount of waste. Here the bricks are being carefully stacked inside the oven. Depending on where they were in the oven dictated what color and strength they would become. The fired bricks, now some days later, have cooled and are being taken by hand from the kiln. Each one is being selected for color and strength. Here you see the ones we selected for our garden project. And here is a rough mock-up of how we will use them, minus the binding mortar. The top row are single canned second stalks, less burnt, giving a softer pinkish color. This will look more pronounced in the garden, as you will see. All the materials required for the project have to be carefully coordinated, being mindful of all the other exhibitors needing access at the same time. It becomes quite a performance. The actual wall is very soft looking, using the single canned bricks on all the corners. We also added a double row creasing tiles for added emphasis. We spent a day at our timber yard to select all the timber for the pavilion and decking. They kindly agreed to make all the items we needed in kit form so it could be easily constructed on site quickly. Here you see all the timber prepared awaiting delivery to the exhibition. Selecting the plants took about 9 months and involved many trips to the nurseries we used. Plants had to be in premium condition when they arrived on site. The start day arrived, and as you can see, the ground was very hard. It had been used for this exhibition for over 50 years prior to this exhibition. Everyone arrived at the same time as the weather could change at any time. It's England and it's best to get ahead of the program. The walls were quickly constructed on slab footings. They would be taken down in a few weeks. The black material is for the ponds, as is the clear piping. The rear wall is almost completed. We've added the Joker water feature. The ponds are formed, as is the brick edge to the lawn. The pavilion is being modified on site. The ponds are taking shape with some of the rocks in place. The stone is for a clean transition from solid to water. It tends to make the pond look deeper. The small brick patio is completed, as are the timber decks. Finally, the turf is laid. We needed it in as early as possible so it could stand up and be growing. Now it's time for planting. Actually, the plants are not planted as such, just surrounded in mulch and elevated to look more established. It's all beginning to look completed. Just a few finishing touches needed here and there. The completed garden. Even the Joker is circulating water. The decks have been repainted and an inventory of the plants taken, so we can let the knowledgeable visitors know what plants we used. Apart from the young-looking trees, the rest of the plants look remarkably established. Overall, a pleasing sight, which we hope the judges like. The judges liked the garden, awarding us a Flora Silver Gilt Medal, a good achievement for our team's first attempt. After 5 days of viewing, when maybe 150,000 people look at the gardens, it all has to be removed in a weekend. The press loved our celebrity. If you liked our work, please like and subscribe and comment. We will be making more examples of lovely gardens. The following gardens from the Chelsea Flower Show are not our work, but you can see the very high standards achieved. Great detail. Even miniature gardens are exhibited. A busy garden. This garden was constructed by students, really well done. Another impressive garden with lots of water. Lots of brick used here. I particularly like the brick rill. More examples of good focal points. A millstone water feature and a lovely white gazebo. An oriental touch. I really like this brick rill.